What's up, guys? Let's talk about the new movie, An American Pickle. This one stars not one, but two Seth Rogens. First, we meet Herschel Greenbaum, who immigrates to America in 1919, determined to do whatever it takes to make sure that his family becomes a success. The problem is, then he lands in a pickle vat and winds up being preserved by the brine for 100 years. When he reemerges in the present day, he goes to live with his great-grandson, Ben, who is also played by Seth Rogen. It sounds ridiculous, and it is, but I was pleasantly surprised by the sincerity and the warmth in the concept. There is some very silly, outlandish humor in American Pickle, and honestly, if I had my pick between those more extreme beats and the humor that comes from simple one-on-one conversations between Herschel and Ben, just sitting in Ben's apartment, I'd probably pick the latter, but I do think the message and the meaning behind the whole concept does help the movie get away with supporting most of those pretty ridiculous scenarios. American Pickle is basically all about what it might be like if you got the opportunity to meet one of your ancestors and you were both the same age. Would you get along? What would you like about them? What would you not be able to understand about them? Whether we're talking about parents, grandparents, or in this particular case, great-grandparents, you name it here, it is a very fascinating scenario to consider that really does challenge you to think about who you are today, what qualities and values remain from your ancestors, and also how you've grown into your own person along the way. Seth Rogen is also just real good in this movie, and I'm not just talking about him being good at doing some silly two-character shtick here. He really does make Herschel and Ben feel like two very distinct people, and it didn't take all that long for me to stop thinking about how he's playing two characters in the movie. And he basically carries the whole thing himself. There are some supporting characters in the mix here, but all of the meat of the movie really does rest on Rogen's shoulders, and I thought he pulled it off pretty well. I also do have to give a big shout out to Brendan Trost on this one, the director. I'm a huge fan of his work as a cinematographer, and I think this movie really does call for someone with, I guess, a next level eye in order to make sure the whole concept plays as well as it does. You look at his resume and he's tackled a little bit of everything over the years: comedy, drama, action, you name it. In American Pickle, he's essentially capturing two worlds and two perspectives, something more modern and tech-savvy with Ben, and then there's the old-time feel of Herschel's lifestyle, beliefs, and way of working on his own business dreams. Trost really does give such great texture to both, and I thought that the score here also further reinforced that quality of the movie as well. We've got original themes done by Michael Giacchino, who we know and love, and also a score composed by Nemiroff. Apologies if I mispronounced the name there, but I thought both of their work came together very, very well. I'm going to give American Pickle 3 Deweys out of 5 on the Dewey Decimal movie scale. Movie clocks in at 88 minutes, and it does feel like it. I'm a little surprised that the movie does manage to build as much meaning and thematic heft as it does in that small amount of time, but there were certainly a number of beats that I did kind of wish we could have spent more time in, and I know it is a fairly heightened comedy overall, but there were quite a few logic leaps that I did find myself getting a little too hung up on, and I guess also distracted by. There were definitely some missed opportunities here, but American Pickle is still a pretty enjoyable showcase for Rogen, and it did make a lasting impression. So there you guys go. Those are my thoughts on An American Pickle. If and when you check out the movie, let me know in the comment section below. I want to get your thoughts on it as well. Big thanks to all of you for watching this review, but a special thanks is going to a group of 6 from the Patreon campaign. They are Wessel, Carol, James, Kavi, Neil, and Seth, all longtime supporters right there. I have told you this more times than I can count right now, but I gotta do it again. Thank you so much for the continued support. It means a lot to me. For all of you out there, before you leave this video, please like and share it and stay tuned because I've got more movie reviews coming your way this week. Keep an eye out for them.